Steve Aoki is going to the moon. Artemis 1 completes a perfect mission, and Sierra Space blows up its brand new habitat. This is Astronomics. Let's go. Back in September of 2018, Japanese billionaire Yasaku Maezawa, or MZ, announced he would be taking 8 artists with him to the moon aboard SpaceX Starship to promote world peace. The mission name? Dear Moon. Over 1 million people applied to the competition put out by MZ to select crew members. Just last week, MZ announced the winners that would be coming along with him. First announced was DJ and music producer Steve Aoki, followed by Tim Dodd. You may know him as Everyday Astronaut. These two, along with Brennan Hall, a filmmaker, represent the Americans aboard the mission. Rhiannon Adam and Kareem Ilya are the 2 photographers joining the mission, who are from Ireland and the UK respectively. Dev Joshi is from India and is the only actor aboard. Yemi Della represents Czech Republic and Nigeria and expresses his art primarily through dance and choreography. The final crew member's name is Top, a friend of MZ, and is a musician from South Korea. MZ also announced 2 secondary winners in case anything happens to the primary crew. Miyu, a dancer from Japan, and Caitlin Farrington, a pro snowboarder from the US. All 10 of the primary and backup crew will undergo rigorous training with MZ until Starship is ready to shoot to the moon. MZ's investment in the Starship program has remained undisclosed, but Elon estimated that the total development cost would be around $10 billion for Starship, with each flight costing somewhere between $10 and $100 million each. NASA has provided $2.9 billion towards the program's development as a part of the Human Landing System contract. Dear Moon is set to be the first civilian mission around the moon. If you're enjoying the show, consider subscribing and giving us a thumbs up. Artemis 1, the first mission in the US's bid to return to the moon, came to its conclusion last weekend as the Orion capsule splashed down off the coast of California. The Orion spacecraft was launched atop the SLS launch system on November 16th, and it traveled 1.3 million miles on its journey to test all of the technologies necessary to send humans on Artemis 2 and beyond. The mission was a huge success, and it proved that every complex part of this mission would work exactly as it should. A NASA administrator said that he couldn't have imagined the mission going any better than it did. The Artemis mission aims to solidify the United States' long-term presence on the moon by establishing a moon base and space station. Following the success of Artemis 1, NASA has finalized its contract with Boeing for approximately $3.2 billion to continue manufacturing upper stages for SLS rockets. This is just one of the many pieces that need to be built, shipped, and then assembled in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Pieces for the SLS launch systems are built in all 50 states to ensure unilateral support in Congress. Artemis 2 is scheduled to launch no earlier than 2024, and we will see 2 astronauts on board this time. Sierra Space is working towards building one of the first commercial space stations, and they have just hit another milestone. Designed for low Earth orbit, the space station named Orbital Reef will feature state-of-the-art laboratories and living quarters for up to 12 astronauts. One of the key components of Orbital Reef is LIFE, or Large Integrated Flexible Environment. Early this week, LIFE completed its second ultimate burst pressure test, pushing it one step closer to certification with NASA. NASA's threshold for certification is 180 psi, a number that the company surpassed back in July during their first test, achieving 192 psi. This recent test set a new record of 204 psi, adding to the confidence in the habitat. Unlike other space companies, which rely on government contracts and funding, Sierra Space is primarily focused on generating revenue from its commercial operations. This includes contracts with private customers for satellite launches and space tourism, as well as partnerships with companies and research institutions for the use of its space station and other facilities. Sierra Space's success in the commercial market has made it one of the most valuable companies in the industry. As of 2022, the company's market value is estimated to be well over $100 billion. The Orbital Reef is set to launch in 2023, and it will be open for research missions both to the international space agencies as well as private companies. This is Astronomics, and we'll see you on the next one.